Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Votonomous, and today I'm going to be ranking every single Dead by Daylight chapter that has come out to date. Before we get started, please make sure you hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. Also, if you could like the video, that would really help a lot. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, guys. Okay, so we're going to start with The Last Breath. And yes, so this is every single chapter that has come out to date. This is every single one. At least it should be. Hopefully nothing's missing, but it doesn't look like anything is. So I'm going to give my genuine, honest opinion about each chapter. So The Last Breath. This had Nurse. And honestly, I was a console player when the game first came out. I don't know who came with Nurse. Nia? It was Nia. So personally, I do not care for Nia. I also do not care for Nurse. Nurse is a nightmare. If you run into a killer, if you run into somebody who mains Nurse, it is a nightmare, because Nurse is just the best killer in the game. There are some pretty fun perks, though. Balanced Landing is pretty fun. I used to love Urban Evasion. And A Nurse's Calling is pretty good. So overall, I think I'd probably give it like a B tier. Nurse is fun to go up against when you're going up against somebody who doesn't know how to use Nurse. Nurse is not fun to go up against when somebody knows how to use Nurse. When they mastered Nurse, it's not fun. Overall, the chapter's fine. This came with like a map, pretty sure. It's the Asylum map. It's fine. It's okay. I don't have any strong feeling towards this chapter. Halloween, which is now gone. Michael Myers, I don't like what he's become. I'm not a fan of his power now. The map Haddonfield was also a nightmare. It went through a lot of changes. And Laurie Strode brought in Decisive Strike, which was also a problem. I'm not huge on this chapter. I wasn't too sad that it left just recently, especially Haddonfield. I don't necessarily care that Haddonfield is gone. I mean, it's huge because it was Michael Myers. There were some fun perks there. I like Play With Your Food. Dying Light is okay. What was the other one? Save the Best for Last. I actually really like Save the Best for Last for the killer that I main. So perk-wise, especially for killer, it's fine. Overall, though, C chapter, I'm also just not even huge into Michael Myers. I'm not a fan of Halloween, personally. So, I think it was... You know what, though? Nah, I'm standing firm on that. I don't care. I don't care at all. I don't care. It's not terrible, but I think, like, content-wise, super controversial map. The look of the map was fine. And the way that Laurie looks currently is fine, and the way Michael looks is okay, so it's not the worst. I'm just not a fan of it. Hag is another one of those, like, I just don't care. Who? Oh, Ace. Oh my god. Probably one of my least favorite survivors, period, with my least favorite perks. I do not care for Ace perks at all. I do not care for Ace at all. I do not like the swamp map, actually. It still hasn't even been reworked yet. I'm pretty sure they reworked almost every single map except for that one. I do not like that map. I mean, it's unique. I'm not a fan of it. To be fair, I guess, like, there's a lot of maps I don't like playing on. But there's a lot of maps that look good, but I'm not a fan of playing on them. And Hag herself, I just don't care for. I'm sorry, that is a C chapter for me. The perks, though, it brought in hexes, so that's cool, but perks are only gonna do so much for you. I don't think the chapter was trash, I'm not a fan. Bill brought in Unbreakable, brought in nothing else. Bill brought in nothing else. A lot of these chapters that only have, like, a killer or a survivor, it's gonna be hard for me to rank them too high, just because, like, they typically don't bring in much. Bill, I'm gonna put in B. I do like Bill as a character, and it's cool that he's in there, and I really like Left 4 Dead representation. I just feel like there's not enough. This could have easily been There could have been a killer with this. There could have been a map with this. The perks are good. Bill looks good now. He used to look a little bit scuffed back in the day, but he looks good now. I'd say that's like a middle of the ground, decent survivor only chapter. I just wish there was more. Doctor. Spark of Madness. Man. Gee. Fangman. She's fine. Doctor. He's whatever. I'm not huge. I'm not... A lot of these, like, beginning chapters, I'm not huge on them. I just don't think they'd, like... The treatment theater is an okay map. I don't despise it. It looks good, at least. It's whatever. I'd put it... This is another B tier for me. I think Spark of Madness is, like, B tier for me. I just don't really care. I see, my thing is I'm thinking of, like, these characters, and I'm thinking of the maps. The perks themselves, they're important, but... I don't know. I'm okay with Fong. I'm okay with, Doctor. He's okay. He's whatever. And then, yeah, the map's okay. That's a B tier. That's a B for me. Lullaby for the Dark. I'm gonna put that in, like... Man. I actually don't know if I want to put this in A or S. I'm gonna actually put this in S tier. Because... I really like Huntress. I think Huntress is cool. Her perks are not necessarily fun or good, but I like Huntress herself. I think she's really fun to go up against. Leatherface I'm probably also going to put in B tier. It's cool that Leatherface is in the game. It's just there wasn't a lot of content that went with him. Barbecue and Chili is a really good perk. Trying to think of his other two. Can't really do that. Knockout, I don't know. And what else did he come with? I'm actually blanking on his third perk. I could have sworn it was actually decent, but now I just completely... There's like well over 100 perks in this game. I can't remember all of them, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to say B tier. I think he's basic, but I think it's basic in a nice way, if that makes sense. Like his ability, I think he's completely... I like going up against him. I don't like playing as him. There's not a lot of killers I like playing as, if I'm being honest with you. But I would say B tier overall for the chapter for me. Nightmare on Elm Street is like also probably a B tier. Quentin's fine. The map is fine. Freddy's fine. It's a little unfortunate that it's remake Freddy, but overall I'd say it's fine. Perks. Some cool perks. On Freddy's side, Fire Up. I have a lot of fun with Fire Up, especially for the killer that I use Fire Up with, which I'll get to soon. Blood Warden, also really cool. And Remember Me, also really cool. I really like Freddy's perks, actually. I think they're fun. I like endgame builds, and I like Fire Up a lot. So, as for Quentin, his perks are fine. Vigil, of course, important. Wake Up is fun and niche, and I don't care about Pharmacy. So, and again, the map is like, okay, the map's fine. So I'd say like B tier. Yeah, I'm gonna say B tier. Saw... I don't know if I want to put Saw in B or A. I'm gonna be honest, because the game is actually pretty cool. It's... indoor maps are always going to be a pain in the butt, but I really like Pig a lot. I used to play Pig too, so I am kind of biased. I used to play Pig. I also really like Detective Tap's perks. Detective Tap himself is fine. I think I'd actually give Saw like an A tier, because I think the game is honestly a decent map. I really don't hate it. Yeah, I know it's indoors, and I know people don't like indoor maps, but I actually like it. And I like the Pig. I think her perks are not great, but I think Tap's perks are pretty good, so I am going to put... I might end up putting Nightmare in A, but I just wish it wasn't the remake Freddy. Okay, I'm going to move on. A Curtain Call. I'm not a fan of Clown. I'm fine with his perks. I'm fine with Kate's perks overall. And the map, did he come with, was that Father Campbell's? I think that's the map he came with. I actually like that map. I think that map's pretty cool. This is another, like, B tier for me. I think, like, overall it's fine. Like, these are fine chapters overall. I don't have, like, strong opinions on them. The perks for Freddy make me want to put him in A, because I have fun with his perks, but overall these are fine chapters that I don't have, like, a strong opinion towards. I give Saw a bit of a boost because I have a bias towards Pig. That's just how it goes. That's just how it is. Okay, you know what? I am gonna put I am gonna put Nightmare in A. I'm sorry, the perks are too fun for me. I love the perks so much. They're such a great addition. And Freddy himself, I play Freddy a bit too, or at least I used to. So I'm gonna put him in A. This feels better to me. This feels a lot better to me. Okay. Who the hell is next? Shattered Bloodline. Spirit. Spirit's a pain in my butt. I don't like going up against Spirit that much. Because here's the thing. When I'm healthy, maybe I should do like a tier list for what killers I like going up against, what killers I don't, like a list for that. Maybe I should do that. I'm not gonna base this off of how much fun I have against, like, playing a killer or something, or like going against a killer, playing as the killer. I shouldn't really do that. I should be looking at, like, what the chapter gives, and if I've enjoyed it. The map, I don't really care about the map. I think the map is whatever. I'm actually not huge on it. I like it more than, like, these two maps, honestly. Haddonfield and Swamp, but I'm still not super huge on it. Spirit's perks. I like Spirit Fury. What's she have? Rancor. I don't use Rancor. I'm genuinely blanking on that last perk that she has as well. I cannot remember for the life of me. And then Adam brought in, like, decent perks. Deliverance. There's the rock one. This is, like, genuine low B tier for me. This chapter I don't really care for. Like, I do prefer these chapters more, but I feel awkward putting her in C, putting Shattered Bloodline in C, so I'm not going to. Darkness Among Us. Sorry. Darkness Among Us. I don't like Legion. I don't like Legion because he's just not fun. Like, I just don't find him fun at all to play as or play against. It's not even that he's necessarily, like, hard to go up against. I don't think that. I just think he's boring. Like, how many times do I have to mend in a match? I know I said I wasn't gonna talk about, like, how I feel going up against said killers, but I'm sorry. It's just how it is. It's just how I feel. Perks are good on both sides. I like Jeff's perks. I like Jeff, too. Jeff is good. The map is fine. I actually don't have a problem with the map at all. I'd put it in B, but I'm not a fan of Legion himself, like, as a killer. I just don't really care. I'll put it in B. Demise of the Faithful. That has the temple, which I also don't mind. There's just, like, maps for me, like, it takes a lot for me to be wowed with a map. I don't really care for the map. It's fine. It's whatever. I don't hate it. It's just blah. Obviously, the only thing that matters about it is the centerpiece. That's the problem with, like, most of these maps is, like, there's, like, a centerpiece or something that's, like, important, and then everything else is, like, samey. Plague herself, I just barely see her anymore. I think she's okay. Jane's okay. I don't know. It's okay. It's B. It's probably, like, I don't want to start, like, genuinely ranking these, like, in order, but I don't know. Definitely above Shattered Bloodline for me. It was when I started playing, too, so I'm kind of, like, biased. I started playing when Demise of the Faithful came out. I actually bought the game, I think, right before Darkness Among Us came out, and then I started genuinely playing the game when Demise of the Faithful came out. And then I really started playing the game when Ash came out. He's my main. He is my favorite character in all of existence, period. He's my favorite fictional character. I love Bruce Campbell. I love Ash. I made him tough. I have the same issue with, like, for Bill with Ash, where I would have really liked a killer and I would have really liked a map, but the fact that this guy's literally my man, he's my favorite character, period. He's S. I don't care. He had his perks. I could go on and on and on about his perks because he has such a unique history with his perks. He's had, I think, like, two of them at the very least were super broken at one point, because Metal Man was disgusting when it first came out. It was actually just stupid. It was probably the best survivor perk and most ridiculous survivor perk that has ever came out. Like, that version of Metal Man was just stupid. And I know there's probably some people that are like, well, you didn't play the game when Decisive Strike first came out. And fair, Decisive Strike may have been worse when it first came out, but Metal Man, when Metal Man was out, it was bar none the best perk, period. Buckle Up was also one of the best perks in the game at one point, because they made it like, I forget what the interaction was, because there's so many perks that are like, heal this person on the ground, and then somebody gets some type of protection nonsense, endurance, whatever. So I don't remember which one it was, but I do remember Buckle Up being really strong at one point. And you could even argue that, like, Flip Flop is pretty strong if you pair it with Power Struggle, but by itself it's not really that good. Anyway, I'm most knowledgeable on this guy because obviously he's my main, but he's S tier for me, obviously. So Ghostface is going to be like a C tier, honestly, because he didn't give much. He doesn't have a map, he doesn't have a survivor. His perks are kind of fun. I don't mind his perks, but he as a killer is really bland. It's almost like he doesn't have a power, and so I don't really care. So I think it's kind of weak. I think it's cool that he's there, but it's not even like Scream Ghostface, it's just the mask. So honestly, for me, it's a C tier. If I had to, like, order it, it'd probably be like top a C tier maybe, but it's C tier for me. Stranger Things, a really weird looking map, super green map. But first license to bring 2 survivors. Demogorgon is one of my favorite killers because he's just super balanced. I really like going up against him. Anytime I see a Demogorgon, I smile. I'm happy about it. The map overall, I don't really care about the map overall, but it's definitely at least an A. I might even just put it S, because it was huge. It was huge at the time. I would put it S. I'd probably put it above Lullaby for me personally. It was huge. 2 survivors was crazy. Demogorgon's really cool. Map's kind of gross, but it's whatever. Cursed Legacy. Yikes. Another map I don't care for. It's like the temple version of the Shattered Bloodline map, so I don't really care. It doesn't wow me. Once again, it's another, like, centerpiece. Here's the main thing about this map, and then everything else is, like, samey. So I don't really care for the map. Yui has some fun perks. I also kind of like Yui. Oni is fun to go up against. Oni's fun to go up against. Oni's perks are whatever, though. Oni's perks are not great. From memory. This might be another B tier for me. It's like a high B tier. If I had to, like, rank it, it's probably, like, somewhere here-ish. He's got a great theme, though. I might put him A. I might actually put him A. I think he'd be, like, somewhere in A tier for me, actually. I think the chapter overall was cool. I just think the map's a little bit boring. It's my problem. I also think his perks are sucky, but I actually like Oni. I like going up against him, and I like Yui, so I'm putting it in A. Chains of Hate, I like the map. I don't know how other people feel about Dead Dog Saloon. I actually like it. I think it's really unique. So when you give me like a unique map that's not BS, I actually like it a lot. I never frown whenever I see Dead Dog Saloon. I think it's cool. And Deathslinger is pretty fun to go up against. It's fun to try to like dodge. I mainly play Survivor. I've played Survivor most of my career. I only started playing Killer a lot more recently, like a year ago. You could probably guess who. Chains of Hate, I'd probably put like... Zarina has okay perks. I would probably put Chains of Hate like A tier. This might be another A tier. I think a lot of these chapters from this point on are gonna be like kind of high. Silent Hill is going to be an S for me. I don't even know Silent Hill. I still don't even know much about Silent Hill. I love Pyramid Head's design. I really do like Pyramid Head. I really do like Cheryl, and I really do like Midwich. I know that Midwich is kind of like small. It's definitely a small map, but I like it a lot, and for me it's gonna be S tier. It's honestly even better than Stranger Things, for me personally. I just think Pyramid Head is a really cool killer and a really cool addition to the game. So that is S tier for me. Descend is just Descend Beyond. Wow, okay. Blight is a... I'm gonna hold my tongue. Blight is annoying. Blight is annoying, and I'm not a fan. Did he come with a map? This might have been around the time that like people didn't really come with maps anymore, because I don't remember him coming with a map. So I don't think this one had a map, and I don't really care for Felix. Quite truthfully, this is definitely at least a B tier. This is B tier for me. We found another one that's actually kind of low for me, because this one also didn't come with a map. Binding of Kin did not come with a map, so there's that. And then I don't care for Elodie, and I also like twins are kind of cool, and it's a neat concept. I just don't really care for it, like how it was executed. So for me, this is a C tier chapter, honestly. I'm not a fan. No, I don't know if there's really a chapter that I despise, like I think sucks. It's like the worst thing ever. But Binding of Kin, not great. All Kill also didn't come with a map. Not huge on Trickster. Yunjin is okay. I would give this like B. I'd give this one like a B. They fixed the map thing with the last one, but didn't come with a map. And I remember people, to include myself, being a little bit upset with that. I don't think this fixes this, though. I feel like that's unfair to be like, well, now because of this is... I still am not a fan of Trickster. Resident Evil is an S tier. Probably still, it might even be... I don't know where I'd place it in the S tier, but... Nemesis, really cool. Glad he's in the game. His powers, whatever. It's not like crazy, unique or anything, but the zombies are cool. But his actual like whip thing, it's whatever. But he's cool. I really like him. Leon, Jill, Chris and Claire also got added, so that was cool. And I really like Raccoon City Police Department. So I think it's a cool map, and I've gotten used to it, and I like the layout since I got used to it, and I think it's fine. I think it's a fine map. I think people complain too much. I think it's actually, you know what? I think it's a great map. I think it's probably the best licensed map we've got, period, in the game, period. And this is coming from a guy who doesn't really play Resident Evil games. So, really good chapter. Actually, definitely above Silent Hill. Definitely above Silent Hill. Not above Ash for me, but above Silent Hill. Hellraiser didn't come with anything but Pinhead, so this is another just, here's a killer, and that's it. I don't know. His ability's fine. I think the box is the best part. Again, his chains are like fine. It's not really unique. His Mori's cool. I never really considered like Mori. I guess I probably should have considered Mori's, but probably B. So somewhere in the B tier. I think he's fine. I think his perks are cool too. And he's designed well. Like I mean, like his model looks good. So I think he's like a B tier. I'm not gonna rank the B tier. I'm not gonna like put these in order. I think I'm only gonna do that for like S tier, pretty much. But Hour of the Witch, I do play Michaela sometimes. She even has the Five Nights at Freddy's shirt for me. I actually got that for her. So I do like Michaela. I think she's cool. She brought in the boon totems. Too bad boons kind of got scrapped, because it's like we haven't gotten a boon in forever. I'll actually point out the last chapter we did get a boon, because I think I remember. But pretty cool. I'd actually put this in A. This is a really solid, just Survivor chapter. I don't know where I'd put it in A. I don't know if I'd rank it, but it's an A. It's an A. Portrait of a Murderer. I don't care about Jonah. The map is so bland to me. It's like, I'm just not a fan of the map. It's fine. It looks fine. It's kind of bland. It's kind of bland. Especially the new version that doesn't have the library. That, you killed it. You completely killed it. Anything that was interesting about it, which was the whole centerpiece of the map, is gone. So I don't know. The map's mid to me, and the killer is not impressive. Also, she brought in a really important killer perk, though. A killer perk that we've seen a lot of. Actually, she brought in multiple killer perks that are very important. She's a very important killer for perks, actually. Like, almost as important as, like, Hag. If not even, actually, if not on the same level. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in B. I think, like, at least we actually got, like, a map this time, because they were kind of holding out on us for maps for a while there, but they, except for, obviously, Resident Evil, but it's fine. It's okay. This is Sadako Rising. I think she's fine. I think her ability's fine. I think the survivors, whatever. This is another, like, B tier chapter for me. I'm not, like, it's whatever. The perks, I'm more so care about perks, honestly, when it comes to chapters. Unless it's, like, a license that I really like. Or if they do a really good job. Like, I wasn't even a fan of Stranger Things when this came out. And I thought they did a great job. Silent Hill, never touched a single game. Thought they did a great job. Resident Evil, at the time, I don't know if I played 8. I don't remember. I don't remember the time frame, but hardly had any interaction with Resident Evil. So they can do a good job with licensed chapters and make me feel like this was really cool and I'm super impressed. They did not do that here. That's what I'm trying to convey. They did not do that here. It's fine. It's another B tier. B for me is like no harsh opinion. I don't hate you. I don't like you. You exist. You function within the game. I mean, it is kind of harsh to say I don't like Bill. I do like Bill. I'm just not wowed by the overall content. Same thing could be said with Pinhead. I'm not wowed with the overall content. A majority of these, though, are like, I'm not wowed with the overall content. Like, these chapters. But I don't hate it. I don't hate it. So, keep that in mind. A lot of people see, like, B tier, and they're like, you hate this thing? No, I don't. I don't hate it. That's why it's in the B tier. I don't even hate any of these chapters. I'm just not a fan. There's nothing that's been D tier yet for me. Roots of Dread. Really cool killer. Really cool killer. Survivor's okay. I don't mind Hattie. I just really like Dredge. I don't play him. I don't play him. And going up against him is a little bit rough for me personally, but I really like Dredge a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. This was a huge step in the right direction for me because at this point in time for the game, I was getting a little bit tired of human killers. So I needed something fresh, and Dredge was fresh. The map, kind of gross, but kind of cool at the same time. I dig how it looks, but I don't like playing on it. So I said there was going to be a lot of those. This is one of them. I kind of like how it looks. I don't like playing on it. I'm actually going to put this in like an A tier because really cool killer. The killer alone. I can't remember the perks. Genuinely, I don't remember Dredge perks. I think Disillusion is one of them. Is that the one with the pallet hopping break? Perks are like whatever. Next is Resident Evil 2. So this one, actually, I had a pretty bad taste in my mouth with this one because, as I stated in a previous video, I was not huge on Resident Evil getting a second chapter. Even though I really liked the first one, I was just really of the mindset of like one and dones back in the day. Now I don't mind it as much. People love playing Wesker, man. I see Wesker a decent amount. I don't mind going up against Wesker though. Like Blight gets annoying after a while. Wesker's fine. I would put this in like A tier because, again, 2 survivors, no map though this time. So like I like Nemesis more. I like the survivors in this first one more than Ada and Rebecca, and I obviously this came with a map, so it's like this was so much better. This was a downgrade, but overall it was still a good chapter. So I can't remember the perks. Terminus was one of them. That's fine. Like Wesker had some fine perks. I like the vault perk, the vault perk he has. I think it's cool. So yeah, as far as perks for other survivors that were, or the survivors that were in that chapter, I don't know. I don't remember. Wiretap. There you go. Oh god, the Rebecca perk, hyper focus. I use that a lot. I use that a lot. So it was a good chapter overall. Just it did not hit the height for of the first one for me. So, and then we start. Ooh, actually, we are gonna get a D tier chapter soon. I don't like this chapter. I think this chapter kind of sucks because I don't like the map. I like the D&D version of the map more than the original version of this map. So I don't like the map, especially when it came out. Oh, it was gross. Oh, it was gross. I didn't like the orange. It was so disgusting. It was like an orange and green. Like the terrain itself was like green, but like the sky was like orangey. It was disgusting. Now, or maybe I got it backwards. I think maybe the terrain was orange, the sky was green. I'm looking at this photo, and this feels more right. So the terrain, the ground, and everything around it looked orange. The sky was green. It was gross. It was disgusting, and I'm glad it's not the way it is anymore. Even still, not a huge fan of the map. Hate the killer so much. I hate this killer so much. I really don't like this killer. His perks are fun on other killers. I don't like him though. I hate this killer. I like the design. I like how he looks. I hate how he plays so much, and I don't care for the survivor that came with him. But it gets worse because this chapter sucks. Tools of Torment. This is the worst chapter in DBD history. This chapter sucks. So like, at least with Forged in Fog, it gave us a new like realm, and it looked different. At least not good, but it looked different. And I liked the look of the knight himself. I don't like his gameplay, but I like the look of the knight himself. Everything sucks about Tools of Torment. This is the first first and I think only chapter that gave us 2 survivors. This just sucks. I don't particularly care for any of the perks for the survivor side. There's like maybe one good perk. I think it's background player. Everything else sucks. The killer sucks. Her power sucks. The way she looks sucks for this game. People complain about, ooh, you know, Vader horror. He's not horror at all. Blah blah blah. Shut up. This killer's in the game, dude. This is awful. I remember people back in the day being like, oh, Trickster, he's not scary, he's not hard. This is worse. She looks like a Fortnite character, honestly. And I remember when, like, this chapter was, like, getting built up, a lot of people thought it was Predator, and I was kind of one of those people. I think no, I don't know if it was Predator or Terminator. It was one of the two. We thought it was one of the two. And it was this disappointment. The map sucks, by the way. The map is really bland. So, this is the worst chapter. Period. I actually forgot this chapter existed. I think I said earlier, like, there's no chapter that's terrible. I lied. I lied. This would be in D tier if... This would be in D tier if this didn't exist. Straight up. This would be in D tier if this didn't exist. But since this exists, it makes this chapter look better. Anyway. End transmission. Pretty cool. Don't care for the survivor at all. Common theme. I just don't care for most of these survivors. The killer's really cool, though. Really like the killer. Really like the map. Perks. They're okay on the killer side. I forget the survivor side of things for perks. I don't think I use this guy's perks, really. I have them. I just don't use them. Overall, am I gonna let the survivor hinder the killer and the map? Probably not. I'll probably still say A tier. It was good. It was good. Not as good. Like, Hattie was a decent survivor, in my opinion. So, like, this was an easy A tier. I don't really care for Gabe, bro. I don't care. But I would still put it in A tier. It's cool. Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage. Didn't come with a map, didn't come with a killer. Obviously, what do you do for that? Nicolas Cage. He's at least B. His perks are... he's got 2 perks I respect and 1 perk I hate. He brought in the was it, scene partner, and Steve's loved it. Steve's loved it, and I hated it. So I'm gonna put it in B just to spite that. Just to spite that. Any thought of putting it in A is now gone because of scene partner. Thank you. Otherwise, it's kind of cool that Nicolas Cage is in the game. I don't really mind it. Alien? Fun perks. Fun perks. Great chapter for perks, honestly. For both sides, actually. I think the perks, some of them are niche, but I like them. They're usable. The map is okay. The map's fine. It's not bad. Xenomorph is just a little bit disappointing, in my opinion. The tail whip stuff doesn't excite me. The tunnels are kind of cool, but the tail whip stuff doesn't excite me. I think despite that, I'm going to put it in A. Yeah, I think I'm going to still put it in A, because the map is fine. The perks are fun. It's a Xenomorph. I love the Xenomorph. It just, his power is whatever. I'm not a fan. It's okay. And I'm saying it's okay as like somebody who's played Xenomorph. I used to play Xenomorph before a certain other killer came out. I used to play Xenomorph, and it was whatever. You know, playing as Survivor, it's kind of easy to go up against this guy, especially when, like, you can just keep placing those turret things, and it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. So, I will still put it in A. I still think it's a good chapter. I'm just not huge on the gameplay. Chucky, I think it's cool that he's in the game. I don't like him, like, playing as him. I've tried playing as him. Don't like it. It's not for me. The way the POV is, not for me. He's another dash killer, but not like an annoying dash killer. He's kind of weird to handle, but he's also kind of cool because, like, if you keep vaulting stuff, his dash lasts longer. It's one of the few dash type of abilities that I can respect. Like, Demogorgon's another one I can respect for, like, a dash pounce type of thing. Chucky's is one I can respect. I'm gonna put him in B. He's honestly, like, I would put him right next to wherever the hell I put Pinhead. Right there. I would put him, like, right next to Pinhead, honestly. Like, it's cool that he's in the game. I honestly do think Pinhead's better, and I would rather play Pinhead over Chucky, because I just don't mess with the perspective, but he's pretty cool. So, anyway, here is the last boon perk we got. So look at all these chapters. We haven't gotten a boon totem perk since Alan Wake. So, and it's the worst one. I think his boon perk sucks. We're gonna get another boon perk, though, I'm pretty sure. The Angel chapter that I totally voted on for everything. I voted on some things. I didn't vote for everything. Like, some of those things I saw, I'm like, oh, I'll just let people handle this one. I don't really care. But I did vote for certain other things about that killer. But we are going to get a new boon perk soon. I don't know if it's good or not. I haven't read it. I know it's out. I haven't read it, though. But Alan Wake, I kind of played him a little bit. He's got interesting perks other than the boon one. The boon one sucks. He's B. He's B. He's B tier. All Things Wicked. I hate Sable. I hate Sable so much. At the time, I didn't mind her, but I should have known it was going to go bad, because I knew that people were going to enjoy playing as Sable, and I knew that the community, the people who play Sable, were not going to be... I don't like people who play Sable. I'm not a fan. Most of them are annoying. I'm sorry if there's like some of you are probably fine. I have such a bad taste in my mouth for Sable. But, best original killer design, period. And I'm talking about his look. His gameplay is a little bit unfortunate. I think he could use a bit of a buff, but oh my god. I remember the build up to this chapter, and it was the best build up to any original chapter, period. I also really like the map. The map wowed me. I really like the map. It's huge. It's kind of big, so it's kind of rough. If you're playing as a killer that has good mobility, or like can transport around the map easily, then it's a cool map. But if you're playing as like the Trapper or Ghostface, what do? But I like the map. I think this is an S tier. I just wish it wasn't Sable. This is worse than like Gabe. Gabe's at least like boring. Sable I don't like. So, but everything else is just holding this chapter up. I like the perks. This brought in the was it incantation, invocation, something. I'm forgetting the exact name, but I really like those types of perks. I think that's really cool. So when you bring in like a new perk archetype, it's neat. But yeah, I like this chapter a lot. I'd probably put it above like Huntress. Definitely the best original chapter to date, I think. Yeah, maybe even like above I don't know about that. Above Huntress for sure. But Dungeons and Dragons, I like Vecna. I actually like how he plays a lot. I think he's fun. I think he's cool. I actually, before a certain killer came out, I was playing Vecna a lot, actually. And I thought he was fun. So, he's cool. He's got the better version of this map. But this is where we started, like, licensed chapters only had maps and not realms. And this is a... Actually, no, this didn't start that, because Alien started that, actually. Because technically Nostromo is not... Right? I think Nostromo its own thing? I'm actually blanking on if Nostromo is its own realm, or if it's shared with the Toba Landing one. I forget. Either way, the map is better than this map. The Forge and Fog map. I like the dungeon aspect of it a lot. I think it's cool. The Survivor I don't really care about. I think it's neat that there is a non-human survivor, finally. It's like the elf girl. The perks are fun. I don't really care about the Survivor, though. But I would put this at least, like, in A tier. I think this was a good chapter. Tomb Raider is probably going to sit with, like, Alan Wake. And, like, Nicolas Cage, because these like survivor only chapters for the most part, like Michaela and then obviously Ash are like the only exceptions to the rule for me so far. Okay, there's gonna be another exception, kinda, but I'm not huge on Tomb Raider, honestly. So the perks, finesse is cool. Everybody loves finesse. What were the other two? They sucked, because they were like, you need to go through this chest, and you need to cleanse this totem, and you need, like, I don't wanna. So, because I like niche perks, and I like using fun perks, but, like, if the perk is... If you're making me go out of my way to do something just to get, like, a small reward, I'm not doing it. So, I'd say B tier. Lara's cool, though. Castlevania. This didn't come with a map, unfortunately. This is cool, though. I hate the wolf form. I hate the wolf form. I see Dracula a lot, so it's just... It kind of gets a little bit annoying when you see, like, the same killer over and over and over and over and over. But... overall, chapter-wise, I'd say, like, A tier. I think putting it next to Dungeons and Dragons is safe. I feel like that's my opinion. I think Dracula's kind of cool. And I think Trevor's kind of cool. And I think the perks are pretty interesting. So, I would say that. Yeah, I'd say A tier. I'd say A tier. That damn wolf form. What is this? Doomed Course. God, that text is tiny. I forget the names of these chapters sometimes. Especially ones that I don't have, like, almost any memory with. The big thing about this killer was the dog. We liked dogs. We were on a dog streak here for a bit. So you had, like, an AI dog with you. Is it good? It's okay. I don't really care for this killer, honestly. The perks, they're okay. I think overall the perks are okay. Oh, she came with Tari. Tari? I think that's the name of the survivor. No map. B tier. B tier. B tier overall. Oh no. No map, no survivor, just Ghoul, just John Ghoul. Tokyo Ghoul. He's fun, dude, right? Like, playing as him, I had fun playing as him. Especially back when he was super uber broken nonsensical, right? I had a lot of fun playing as him. I hated going against him. It took a while for me to get used to him, and for me to... Because when you get into your own head, and you're like, this killer is so broken, you end up losing a lot of your games, because you're not, like, focusing enough. But when you really think about it, it's like... He gets a free hit, and then from there on, when you're injured, your main priority is to not be in a spot where he can catch up to you easily. If you have no pallets around you, if you're in a dead zone, especially if he could try to body block a pallet, it depends on where you are, where he is, how fast he can get to a pallet before you, yada yada. But if you know where you're going, you could loop him fairly easily. Just don't get caught in a dead zone, otherwise you're cooked. His perks overall are kind of fun. Yes, his perks are fun. I think he has a hex perk that I don't care for, but his other two are fun. I hesitate putting him in A tier, but he is fun to play as. But I see him a lot, so again, it's like fatigue. I'm getting tired of seeing him. I'm gonna put him in B. Sorry. I'm gonna put him in B. Steady Pulse, this is, hooray, this is another B tier, just survivor chapter that means nothing to me. Because if I'm just playing Ash, then, like, who cares about, like, originals. I liked Michaela, but that was, like, unique because she brought in a perk that was unique, and also, like, she's a witch, so it's like, I kind of liked that. Everyone else, for, like, oh, I'm just a survivor. I don't really care because I'm playing Ash. Sorry. So, even with these licensed ones, like, I didn't really care too much for Alan Wake. I kind of thought he was cool, but Nicolas Cage, kind of thought he was cool. Still don't really, I don't play him. Lara Croft, I think she's cool. Don't play him, though. Him, her. Don't play her, though. Boom. I don't know, I actually don't know where I'd put. These are, like, tied. I honestly should make a brand new tier. A brand new tier. Where's, how do I add above? We're adding a brand new tier. We're gonna make it blue. And we're gonna name it, My Babies. And they're tied. They're tied for first. Because I barely played Killer before Springtrap. I've played a lot of Killer since Springtrap. So I have a lot of opinions, and I'll go through them right now. Since I made so many videos about Springtrap, non-stop. I feel like you deserve to hear. Whoa! Cut that out. Whoa! I feel like you deserve to hear my opinion on everything involving this chapter, so I'm gonna give it to you right now. So, his animations are superb. His model is superb. Everything about his model, great. Everything about his animations. His Mori, the axe grab, the grab in the security office. Too bad that that's a super rare thing that happens. His animations are amazing. Even, like, to the point where when he turns around, his head actually turns and his body doesn't really, so it's like, it's a really fluid motion. He's great. They did such a good job with how he looks and everything visually. His security doors are really cool. They're a little bit, not a little bit, they're useless for survivors, but they're so good for him. I like using them a lot, and I love going up against this guy, man. I love playing as him. I love going up against him. He's everything to me, killer-wise. It's going to be really hard for me to not play as Springtrap anytime I'm playing as a killer. Ever since he came out, I've barely touched any of these other killers, period. Like, back in the day, before he came out, I used to kind of play, like, yeah, I'll play Ghoul, yeah, I'll play Chucky a little bit, I'll suck, but I'll play Pinhead, I'll play Xenomorph. Ever since Springtrap came out, it's just been Springtrap. His axe, I know a lot of people were like, oh, he's got an axe, this sucks. I think it's completely fine. You wanna know why? Because, like, look at all the people who did, like, concept versions of Springtrap, and they're like, the one where he's especially, like, twitching out and shit, he's got an axe in his hand, and people were, like, upset about the axe being a part of his power. Like, I don't understand it. So I think, dude, I think his axe is cool. It also, with the aura stuff, too, it's really unique. Like, Foxy's Hook, really fun add-on. He's got fantastic add-ons, too. I haven't talked about add-ons at all, but the reason I haven't is because I just don't know, really, add-ons. I know his, though, and his are fun. So, everything about him, I really like. His perks, they're whatever. Haywire sucks. Help Wanted is just too... I'm not really a fan of, like, kick the gen, but that gen has to get completed. Not a fan of that, but I can see its value. What was the other one? Phantom Fear. That one's good. Yeah, that's a good perk. I think that one's pretty good. As for the map, 40% of it is amazing. And then the other, like, 60% of it, I'm a little bit annoyed because I wish that we had just, like, a full-blown FNAF map. I'm really upset that they've gotten so lazy with these licensed maps that it's just... This is another example of, like, here's a set piece, and everything cool about this map is this set piece, and then everything else is just, like, reused assets. I don't like that. I really wish that it was just its own unique map. I really wish the building was bigger. I wish that, like, at least 75% of the map was the building, and then, like, 25% of it was outside. So I feel a bit robbed there, but I do really like the building. Everything about the building is amazing. It's fun to loop inside the building. I like it. I just don't like the outside. I like looking at the building outside, but everything else outside, it's whatever. I mean, it's pretty. It's from the prettiest, you know, map. I really like this original map. So out of everything they could have picked, they picked the best one, but I just wish it was its own realm and its own map. But I love it. These are gonna be really hard to top. I don't think there's any licensed survivor that's gonna top Ash for me, and I don't think there's any licensed killer that's gonna top Springtrap. Even if they put, like, Slenderman in, I would play Slenderman, and I'd be really ecstatic for him, and no matter what killer gets added, I'll probably be like, yeah, this is really cool, this is cool, I'm interested, but Springtrap is, what, my main. So, those are my thoughts. Highest tier, my favorites. Very important. The Walking Dead, when this chapter came out, everything went to shit. But the chapter itself, I like The Walking Dead. So, 2 survivors I like, with perks that are, like, decent overall. And a map that was, crap map, dude. The worst map in the game, period, actually. I'm going to put that in A tier. And then we have 3 more, so... Oh man, the Kresu. I just remember them doing, like, weird stuff around this time with the anti-camp and stuff like that, so... I don't know. This chapter overall, Kresu, whatever, Survivor. I like V, actually. I think she's really cool. So, there's that at least. I think this is, like, one of the first times I like the Survivor more than the Killer, which is weird, but I don't mind the Killer. I would say, like, B tier. Didn't come with a map either. This one did not come with a map. I don't care for the Survivor picks. Vecna's fine. I would put this in A, honestly. The perks are okay. Vecna's cool. The Survivor options, I don't care for it. And then another Survivor, but this came with a map. A tier. The map is good. I like the map. It's a little bit of a problem, but it's beautiful. I like the map a lot. The Survivors, whatever. His perks are kind of cool, though, so... That's everything so far. There's going to be more in the future. So much more. Especially if there's another 10 years. Where will the next chapter rank? I don't know. But we will find out when it does come out. So what do you guys think? Where would you place certain things? What do you think of my overall tier list? Let me know. I want to do a tier list of ranking, like, every trailer, as well as ranking every soundtrack, like, not every soundtrack, but, like, certain, like every killer's soundtrack, not, like, legendary skins, though. Killer soundtrack, Survivor soundtrack, I want to do stuff like that. So, I think those are going to be, like, the next few videos that I do at this point. So yeah, make sure to subscribe, like, and let me know what you think about this list. Alright, peace out, guys.